is really very close to my heart because my grandparents were in Burma and I've seen my aunt preparing this dish. We have grown up eating it. I don't claim it to be really authentic what I'm teaching you. This is the way we have, seen and learned and eating. So let us see. And I hope we like it this way. I hope you guys enjoy it my way. So let us all begin. First, I would like we will prepare the paste for our curry. So I want you to take a gas stove and put on your pan. And for the curry paste, we need onions, chopped onions. Okay. We need some garlic and ginger. Hello. We need garlic and ginger. We need onions and we need baby corns as well. So I hope all of you have chopped it and kept it ready with you. I'm preparing it in coconut oil. If you don't have coconut oil, you can use any oil of your preference, whatever oil you wish to cook in it. We add 1 teaspoon, approximately 1 teaspoon of oil into the pan, and we let the oil heat for some time.
Is it fine for everyone? Are you all able to hear it? Any problem?
We are sauteing this garlic and onion before and not making a paste and then saute it, just because it adds more sweetness and flavor to the curry if we saute it and then grind it. So
what are we putting in the oil right now?
We will put onion. We will put first garlic and ginger.
Okay.
Garlic and ginger. The garlic and ginger has. Let it saute a little bit, not too much. Let it turn a little light brown. Can you mute somebody? There is a lot of background noise.
Yes, I'm muted.
Yes, and then I'm adding chopped onions to it. Okay. You can chop it any way you like, because anyways we are going to make a paste out of it. After some time, it will start releasing its aroma. We will saute it till it's slightly brown in color. If you wish, you can just separate the onion rings. And if you wish to add spice here, you can add green chilies. I do not use green chilies at my home because of my children not eating them. But I have mentioned it in the recipe also. If you wish, you can add green chilies here too. As per your taste bud, maybe you can add 1 or 2 green chilies here. And my gas is on low medium flame. Started to slightly turn brown in color. It has not yet done, but let us cook for 2 to 3 more minutes. This khause dish is, the most versatile dish and people had adopted it according to their flavors. Most of the flavors come from Asian countries, that is maybe Thailand, India, Malaysia. So a lot of ingredients what goes is actually, you know, taken from all these countries. Now I'm adding baby corn to it. I'm again telling I'm adding a cup of baby corn to it. I have actually washed it and chopped it, and it goes inside this. And here I'm adding salt to it.
What did you add just now?
I added baby corn to it, and then I added salt to it. I added half teaspoon of salt to it. So we will let this mixture cook, baby corn cook till it is slightly brown in color. I will just switch it to the other side of the gas till it is cooking. And till that time, keep it on a low medium flame and let it cook. In meantime, we will just make the mixture for the curry. We will take a bowl in which you are actually making the curry. Add at least 1 liter of water to it. If you are using 400 ml of coconut milk, add at least 1 liter of water to it. So this is approximately 1 liter of water what I'm putting in the pan. And then we add gram flour to it. The gram flour should be, if you are using 1 liter of water, gram flour should be 1 tablespoon, not more than that, because we don't want to overpower the flavor of gram flour in the curry. It is just to bind. We are putting the gram flour, okay? And here we add salt, half teaspoon of salt, and then we add 1/4 of turmeric powder. We don't want it to be really yellow in color. We just add 1/4 or a pinch of turmeric powder to it. And then you can
How much gram flour you have added?
1 tablespoon. If you are taking 1 liter of water, 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
Okay. And then you churn it nicely. We don't want any lumps. Nicely rotate with the whisk. And keep stirring your vegetables side by side. So this is mixed properly. Now I'm shifting my vegetables to the other flame, and we will be cooking curry on this flame, okay? Just a minute, I will just shift my gas so that you can see both the preparations going on.
Can you please repeat the curry part again? Actually, I'm a little bit.
Okay. So what I have done in the curry part is I have taken 1 liter of water.
Okay.
I've added 1 tablespoon of gram flour to it.
Hmm.
Half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And then pinch of turmeric powder, because we don't want the curry to be really yellow in color. So just the pinch of turmeric powder.
Okay.
Okay, and then you churn it very well so that there is no lumps. And then when you put it on the bag, you need to continue stirring it. You need to stir it, not leave it on the gas, and keep stirring the curry.
Guys, if you miss any step, all the measurements are given in the chat box also. You can check it there.
You keep stirring it till it comes to boil. So it will at least take 5 to 8 minutes to come to the boiling point. Till then, you have to keep stirring it. Otherwise, there are chances that lump formation will be there. We need to break it, and that is the reason we need to keep stirring it.
Is it on medium flame or low?
It is on medium flame. And side by side is the paste what we are cooking. The corn has still not turned to golden brown. I'm expecting it to cook in another 4 to 5 minutes maybe. Yeah. Who all are cooking along with me? I would like to know.
Me.
Richa Didi, is there any?
Devika?
Yes, I'm cooking.
Devika is cooking in the name of Bulbul Chopra. Anyone else cooking? Swati, I know, is unwell. Suma, Milind.
Hi, Pooja. Richa, I am also cooking along.
Oh, that's nice to hear, Swati. How are you doing? Health-wise,
Yeah,
okay?
feeling better now. That's what started now.
Okay, okay. Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
So when do we add coconut milk to this?
This first we need to keep it boiling it. Once the gram flour is cooked basically, which will take at least 10 to 15 minutes, then we'll add the coconut milk to it. Otherwise, there will be the bitterness flavor of the gram flour. We will have, when we eat, we will have an uncooked flavor of the gram flour. So we'll cook the gram flour first, and then after 10 to 15 minutes, once it is boiled, we will add coconut milk to it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and the vegetables have now slightly turning golden brown as you see. Can you see the corn and the onion turning to golden brown? This is the time when you switch off your gas and leave it down to cool it completely, because we are making a paste of it to go inside the curry.
What
If
was
you
that?
want it, you can transfer. If you want this vegetables, you transfer it into a plate so that it cools down faster. Because the pan is also hot, it would take time to cool down. So you can just put it on a plate so that your vegetables cool down faster, because we need to make a paste out of it. And continue stirring your curry. Do not leave it as it is, because there are chances of lump formation. And
The curry is actually too watery. So what to do?
Yes.
It has to be watery right now, Devika. Keep
It has
stirring.
to be right now. It has to be watery right now because once you add coconut milk and once the gram flour is cooked, the curry will thicken on its own. Because this curry at least takes 40 to 45 minutes to cook, and the water content in it will keep on reducing. So don't worry about it. We have added 1 tablespoon of gram flour to it. You can even add chickpea flour, what I mentioned in the recipe, if you wish to or if you have. It is still not cooked. Mine is still not have come to a boiling point where I can just leave it without stirring. So that's one of the reason I'm continue stirring it. Because if I leave it, then the chances is that my curry might spoil.
Are we going to grind the other thing what you have sauteed?
Yeah, we are going to make a paste out of it and then add it to our curry.
Okay.
We are not using the corn flour and then we are using the baby corn to give it a fresh flavor basically.
But otherwise, corn flour can also be used?
Yes, corn flour can also, not the corn flour, the white one, the makai ka atta, what we say.
Okay.
Even that can be used if you can't find the fresh baby corns. And usually to this paste, what I have shown, people do add lemongrass to it. Okay, because as I told you, people have adopted it according to the taste and the availability of ingredient in whichever region they cook it. So it comes from Thailand that they have started adding lemongrass to it. You can, if you like the taste of lemongrass, you can even add lemongrass to your paste. Since it is not available in Bangalore now, I did not add it, and I usually do not add it in my khause. But if you see around, people do add lemongrass to it. It is up to you whether you like the flavor of lemongrass. You can add lemongrass, or you can, even if you want the taste of like lemongrass, something equivalent to it, what you can do is you can even grate lemon. This lemon, you can just grate the yellow part, not the white part. If you grate the white part, it will turn bitter. So you can grate little bit and add to your paste. That will also give a nice flavor to it.
Lemon zest.
So, what is the color of the curry right now? Is it yellow or?
It is yellow. Once we add coconut milk to it, it will turn very light.
Mine is not yellow actually. It's whitish something.
Would you want to show,
Yes.
Devika?
Can you show it on this hands? Can we see what she's telling so that I can?
Yeah, I have told. Devika, would you like to show? So basically color depends on how much turmeric powder you have added, right, Pooja?
Want it to be really yellow in color. As I told you, you know, we don't want that curry to be, it is slightly whitish in color only. When you cook it, it is slightly whitish in color.
So mine color
yes.
is this.
Okay.
Can you see
How
this?
come it is? Yes, that is okay. That's fine. Keep stirring it. That's perfectly fine. I think so the curry will take another 5 minutes to boil. And we were talking about lemongrass or lemon zest. If you want to add to your paste, you can even use it. Okay, I have not used chilies. You can even add green chilies to your paste. The paste what we have sorted here is onion, garlic, ginger, and baby corn. If you want, you can even add green chilies or lemon zest to it. We personally do not like the flavor. That is the reason we have not added to it. And I have not seen my actually, aunties making at home adding to it. So
the curry, what you are cooking right now, why do we need to stir it so much? It's like almost 10 minutes. So is there any particular reason? Because there is water and...
when we make the curry, do you remember it has a crumbling kind of a texture?
Okay.
So if you do not keep on stirring it, it will have that texture and it will not have the texture, that plain texture what you find it in your curry.
Okay, that smoothness.
Yes, the smoothness basically.
So, but this is only water, gram flour, salt, and turmeric powder, right?
Gram flour, it will crumble if you are not stirring it, and if you leave it like this, no?
Okay.
If you are not in between, it will crumble. You will not have the texture of the plain smoothness. What it is there, you will not have that smoothness.
Okay.
That is only the reason. Once your gram flour is cooked, it will boil. It will come to a boiling point. And keep your simmering. You can keep it in the gas for simmer. Then you need not keep stirring it. But till the point it reaches that boiling point, you need to keep stirring it. I think so. My curry is about to be done. It is. I can smell that flavor now of the gram flour being cooked. Yes.
What is the best way to check that your curry is ready?
So how see now, can you see it is coming to a boil? Can you see this?
Yes, it's like milk.
This is the time when you know that your curry has been actually cooked and boiled, and now it will not crumble. So now you can simmer the gas and put it on the other flame, okay? And this is the time we add coconut milk to it. Okay, you can add the coconut milk now and keep stirring while adding the coconut milk. So I have used the Kara coconut milk. What was available?
On or off?
Hello?
Devika, are you asking something?
Yes, I'm asking, is the gas is on or off?
Gas is on. It's on a low heat.
Yes, it is on the low heat just now. You can keep it to the medium heat also. Yeah?
And don't forget to keep stirring it. Right, Pooja?
Yes. And I have used the Kara coconut milk, which is 400 ml. That is why I asked you to add 1 liter of water. So it is perfect. The taste is perfect when you add it 400 ml of coconut milk to 1 liter of water. And usually in olden days, people used to prepare coconut. I mean, we are blessed that we are getting so much of ready-made, ingredients available. But if you do not have coconut milk, people do prepare coconut milk at home also. The normal coconut, what you get it in the market, you just need to take out the shell, take out the brown cover also, peel the brown cover, and then you need to cut it into small chunks and then mixer grind it with a cup of water. And then you strain it in a muslin cloth with the help of a muslin cloth. And again, the leftover portion you will be having the coconut. You again add some water to it. You can again churn it in the mixie and again strain it. That's how coconut milk people used to take it out, and still they do, you know, because in cities we are blessed that we get this milk, but in small towns,
In this curry, how much? Like 400 ml you added?
yes, to 1 liter of water I've added 400 ml. Yes. Now once my curry is boiled, I will just transfer it to the other gas and keep it at low medium flow to keep on cooking. Till that time we will grind it, the paste, what I was talking about, this paste. Can you transfer it to your jar?
Mixer jar, right?
Yes.
And curry is still on low heat?
Yes, the curry is still on low heat. By coming going, you keep giving it a stir. No need to continuously stirring it, but coming going, you just do this way. Okay. Richard, can you just mute myself once because I'll be using the grinder.
Okay. Okay, so now time is, now you need to grind your paste, the vegetables, what you cooked, put it in the mixer grinder, the jar, and grind it to a fine paste, please. Swati and Devika, you're able to do it? Comfortable?
Yes, I'm able to do it.
Okay, cool.
What to do with the curry? I have added the coconut milk now. What to do?
Now you have to grind the paste, the vegetables, what you cooked in the beginning.
I have grind that one also now.
Now Pooja is show her window. She's on spotlight. See, the paste is ready in the jar. Follow her.
Yeah, I have added any water to it. I have just grinded it as it is. Okay. And this is the consistency what I have got. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. I have to just grind it once more because I can see chunks of baby corn in it still. So I'm just grinding it once more. Okay. Yes. So this is there. Okay. So I'm just putting this grinded paste into the curry now. We'll add just little water to it because little bit paste is stuck to the jar. And we'll transfer it. And now you keep stirring it. And at this time, if you have clove powder at home, if you don't have clove powder at home, you can even add 1 or 2 cloves to it. Long, what we say it in Hindi. Just add 1 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. So it is just a pinch that I'm adding to it, right? People do add Ajinomoto to the curry, but I'm not using it. If you wish to use it, kindly go and add it to your curry.
What you added just now is powder of cloves, that long.
Yes, yes, yes. If you do not have the powder, you can just add 1 or 2 cloves inside your curry, because when it is boiling, it will boil for another 20-25 minutes. The aroma and flavor of it will come inside. Yeah.
Okay.
And also yesterday I told you that, you know, if you wish to add cashew to your curry to give it a rich, creamy flavor, you need to soak your cashew for 5 hours. 10 cashew is more than enough, 8 to 10 cashews along with some peppercorn. So I had soaked it in the morning, and here it is, and it's in the mixer grinder. I'm going to grind this and add it to my curry as well. Yeah. So let your curry.
Soaked cashew and peppercorn. Both you soaked?
Yes, both I soaked. Yeah. So I have just changed the water. I'm not using the same water. Change the water and then grind it. Now I'm just on my mixer grinder to grind it. So this is the cashew milk, what we tell. So just to give it a rich, creamy flavor, we are adding little bit of cashew milk to it. I have little bit chunks of cashew by grinding. So what I'll do is I'll just sieve it, okay, so that the chunk is not there. So I'm just sieving it.
While grinding the cashew, do we need to add water to it?
Yes.
Yes, yes, we need to add 1 cup of water to it.
Okay.
Yeah. And if your cashew has chunks, you need to strain it, sieve it, and then you add it to your curry. Now you can, I think so now the flavors of the curry have started coming, and we will just keep it in a low, medium gas. I'm keeping it aside, but my gas is on, okay? So that we can go ahead with now other preparations. So now we are cooking the vegetables. Take your pressure cooker, and you can use any oil of your choice again. I'm using groundnut oil. You could use any oil you wish to. Adding 1 teaspoon of oil, little bit oil, not much, 1 teaspoon of oil. Heat, let it heat. I will just clear this. Yes, so I have chopped. You can add any veggies of your choice. I'm adding carrots to it, okay? I'm adding beans, French beans to it. And I'm adding cauliflowers to it. You can add zucchini, you can add broccoli, you can add any vegetables, mushroom of your choice. But I'm adding these 3 vegetables. You can add any vegetables of your choice. Yeah. My oil is heated. I'm adding the carrot. I'm adding the French beans, and I'm adding the cauliflower and stirring it. At this point, we add Salt, not much salt. We just add half teaspoon of salt. Give it a stir. I just get the pieces of cauliflower a bit larger in size than the carrots and the French beans because cauliflower tend to be mashy when you just pressure cook. And just listen to it. We need to just give it one whistle and open it immediately because we don't want our veggies to overcook it. We want it to be slightly crunchy also. What I'm doing is I'm closing the lid and I just give a whistle and then open the lid.
So it's like half cooked.
Yes, it is because if we give more than one whistle, the vegetables will become very mashy. So it all depends. If you like little bit of crunchy vegetables, what you can do is you don't need to pressure cook it also. You can just saute it, cover the lid for some time and then use it. If you like little crunchy vegetables, but since little the flavor here, because all other vegetables what we will be using, the cabbage and the spring onions, all are raw, so we prefer these vegetables to be cooked slightly.
So
That's the reason
instead of putting it in the pressure cooker, can we just cook it in the open pan?
Yes, we can do that. In this way, what happens is it becomes faster and we will just give it a slightly, as soon as we hear that sound, the whistling sound, we will all off our gas.
What to do with the curry now? Should I?
The curry, you just leave it. Curry, you just leave it on the gas, other gas, sim it and leave it because your curry needs to have some flavor. So you just leave it on the gas.
On a low
Simmer
flame.
it and leave it on the low flame. Yes. Cook it for 15-20 minutes. I will let you know when to off it. Huh? Can you
Stirring in between, right?
Yeah, keep stirring in between. And are you able to get the flavors, the aroma of the coconut milk and other garlic and ginger and onion what you have added and the long, because I have started getting the aroma.
सोनम इधर आइए ना, खुशबू आ रही है. मेरा नाक बंद हो गया तो खुशबू भी नहीं आ रही.
Yeah, I can smell the aroma. यहाँ तक आ रही है खुशबू.
So see, my pressure cooker, it has come, so I'm just offing the gas and leaving it aside, you know. I'm just leaving it aside, I'm not touching it. Now we will fry onions and garlic. So for that, I want you to put your pan again on your gas, another pan, okay? And then add oil to it. It is deep frying, so we need to add quite a bit of oil to it for frying. I'm using again groundnut oil to fry. You could use any oil, any vegetable oil of your choice, what you prefer at home.
So if we use so much of oil for frying, are we going to use this oil during the cooking or we just leave it?
No, so what happens is when you are cooking it for a family of 4 or 5, okay? Because when we fry the onions and garlic, lot of oil is absorbed, and in the same oil we will fry the flat noodles and then we will make the chili garlic oil also. So all of the oil is basically used. And I have not put much oil. I've put, my pan is really very small and I've put half the oil. I'm not completely filled it also. So according to the consumption, you put the oil inside your pan.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
Can you please repeat this step?
Okay, so this oil, what I've put it in the gas, I've not put it too much, I've not put it less because we need to deep fry the onions. So you need to keep the oil in such a way that you are able to fry the onions because it needs to be crispy. So you need oil for that. And in the same oil, we'll be frying garlic, we will be frying the deep flat rice noodles, and then in the same oil, we'll be making the chili oil also for the toppings. So that is what I had mentioned it. I think so my oil is hot. Yes, it is. And now I'm adding onions to it. Okay, I have thinly sliced the onions and I've added this onions to it. So your oil has to be hot for the onions to go in. Do not put your onions in cold oil or the medium oil. It has to be hot, okay? After putting it, then you can keep your flame on the medium. But you need to make sure that the oil is hot while you are putting your onions inside.
So onion is lengthwise cut and separated also, right? I can see
Yes.
that.
Yes, yes.
So it has to be separated before we put it in oil, or it
Yes.
can happen on its own.
No, it will separate on its own because when you cut it thinly sliced, anyways it will get separated on its own when you fry it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
And I think so. You can smell your curry. It is looking good now. Do you want me to show once? I hope
Yes,
you can
that
see
would be
it here.
nice.
Yeah. So the consistency, see, it is not very thick. It is not very thin. This is what we want. I don't like it to be thick. I really prefer it to be little bit, on a thinner side because it's a gravy what we are putting in the noodles. So, it is not of it. If it is thin, you can drink it like a soup also and it tastes good. So that is the reason I keep it to this consistency.
So the curry is
We'll
ready.
keep it for we'll keep it for another 5 minutes and then we can off the gas. So I was mentioning I have not used Ajinomoto, but if you wish to, please go ahead. You can add it to your curry. If you want the flavor, you can add it to your curry. People nowadays, instead of using Ajinomoto, what they do is they add the Maggi magic masala to the curry also to give the same flavor of Ajinomoto. So if you have that in your kitchen and you want a taste exactly like the restaurant, you can go ahead with adding those masalas. And I'm just opening my cooker because it is gone. And I want you to show it. See my vegetables, they are not really mashy, they are not crunchy, they are like perfectly cooked for my thing. So please take out your whistle and let it cool down. In the meanwhile, my onions have started turning to red. If you are making it, I suggest you not to keep your onions cut for too long. You can cut and fry it immediately. So curry is almost done. Yes, this is almost turned. See the color? It should be this. Yeah. And now we are adding, before adding the garlics, I would like to fry the rice flat noodles. We will use as a toppings on the top of the noodles. The noodles, what I'm talking is this. What we use for Thai thing, pad Thai. I'm using the pad Thai rice flour noodles, okay? I have baked it. I have cut it into pieces so that it is easy for frying, and I'll just fry it. Just see how it goes. So if you don't have rice, flat rice noodles, you can even use any Rice Krispies if you have it at home. That is also perfectly fine. Any other Rice Krispies if you have it. So this is how after frying the flat noodles.
I have the
raw
udon noodles, so can I try that also?
Sorry?
I have the udon noodles. Can I try that also?
Yes, you have the flat noodles.
Udon noodles.
Udon noodles.
Udon noodles is what? Is it the thin noodles or it is the rice noodles?
Wheat noodles.
Can you show?
Thin,
Can you show,
that,
Devika?
Yeah, sure. One second. Yeah, I have this noodle.
Is this flat?
Is it the rice noodles? It is wheat noodles,
Yes.
right? So you
Yes.
will not fry this. We have to boil this noodles. We will boil this noodles. You need not fry this noodles. If you want any crispies to be put on the top of the noodles, think of any crispies what you have. If you have any Rice Krispies, what you can put it on the toppings.
Even the fryam should
At
work.
home. Yes, even the fries should work. Yes. If you have something like this, that should work.
Okay.
So I have done that, and now I'm frying garlic, okay? I'm adding garlic to it. I had chopped the garlic and then I'm adding garlic to it. And now that your curry is ready, at this point of the time, I want you to off the gas and add tamarind to your curry, okay? So be careful of adding tamarind to your curry. Add approximately 3 tablespoons of tamarind to your curry after offing the gas. Do not add the tamarind juice while the flame is on. You off your gas and then add the tamarind juice.
How much you said? 3 tablespoons.
Yes. Yeah. And now we will keep the water to boil on the other side of the gas to boil our noodles. Okay. So I want you to keep the water on the other gas flame. Let the water boil. Add salt and little bit oil to it. Once the water is boiled, then you add noodles to it. You can use any noodles. I had used Surya noodles because this was the one which was available. You can use Ching's Hakka noodles, any noodles, whichever noodle you prefer to use. You can use any noodles, wheat noodles, or some people even use the noodles what I fried, the flat noodles. They even use that same noodles to boil as well. So depending on the availability now during this lockdown time, you can use any noodles.
So you just
hope you all
added the
have
tamarind, just added the tamarind paste or sauce to that. Tamarind paste is fresh one, right?
Yes, it was a fresh tamarind pulp. So you have to soak it in the water for some time, and then how you mash it and sieve it, that's how I did it. And I have put it, okay?
And you are
So this is how my curry. This is, I have off the gas and it is down. I'm just showing you the consistency. Yeah. And my onion, my garlic in the oil is now light brown in color. I can see. I will just take it out. Okay. Can you all see it? Yeah.
Yes.
Is it visible, Richard?
Yes, yes, it is visible. Be careful.
So, yes. I hope all of you have kept your noodles for boiling on the other gas.
So first, need to heat the water.
Yes, you need to heat the water, let the water boil, then you add half teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon, say little bit more of oil so that your noodles does not stick together, and then you add noodles to it, okay? So now we will make the chili oil. We'll use the same oil what we have used for frying. So please watch it carefully what I'm doing now to this oil, okay? This oil seems to be more to me. It will be not of use if I make chili oil of this same oil, all the oil. So what I'm doing is I'm transferring some oil to a bowl. Just a minute, I just should. Yes. So what I'm doing is, can you see I'm adding the oil to the bowl, and it is really very hot. And then you add the red chili powder, okay? If the oil is really very hot, first you need to test it by adding little bit salt to it, because if you add red chili powder to really boiling heat of oil, your chili powder might get burnt, okay? So you add little bit of salt and then test it that the oil is okay. Yes, now it will not get burned. So now go ahead with adding 2 teaspoons, sorry, of red chili powder. And the garlic what you had fried, you need to add it to the same oil. So can you see? You can, I think so, I can add 1 teaspoon of more chili powder to it. Yes, this looks perfectly fine with me. Yeah.
So in the oil
this
you
will-
added chili powder and fried garlic.
and salt.
How much?
1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. So let us see what all are ready for our toppings. Okay.
Someone is asking, can I use dried chili instead?
Dried chili, you can even use chili flakes. What you get in Pizza Hut, the chili flakes, you can even use those. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Basically, this is for seasoning from the top. What the oil, what we have used, we will use it for it. Now, one more topping is left. I'll show the process. I hope all your noodles are getting boiled on the other gas flame.
Can you repeat once what all is ready so far? So I can just type it quickly.
Yes. So I will let you know. See, I will just put it and I will show what all are ready and what all is to do. Just give me a second. So if you have not shredded your cabbage, we will need shredded cabbage for the toppings. Kindly shred your cabbage. I had mentioned it earlier that you need to prepare it. And then the spring onions. Okay, you need the chopped spring onions as well. So allow me a moment. I will just let you know what all are ready.
Sure. This oil in the kadai is very hot. Keep it aside.
Yes.
Uh, while adding the turmeric sauce, do we put off the gas or put on the gas? Switch on the gas.
No, no, no. You need the gas. Completely off the gas.
Okay.
Okay. So till now we have shredded cabbage with us. Okay. We have the spring onions with us. We have the chili garlic oil, what we did. We have the steamed vegetables. And we have the fried flat rice noodles. And also we have the fried onions, what we have fried. Okay. So all these things are ready. Now we will go for the preparation of another topping, that is the, can you see these? These are peanuts, roasted peanuts. The skin is taken out. And these are the roasted sesame seeds. So if you have not roasted it, I have mentioned that you need to roast your peanuts and sesame and keep it. Now we are going to pound it, not very fine, but yes, we need to pound it a little bit, okay? So I'm keeping it aside and getting. So what you need to do is, you need to add peanuts to it, 1 bowl of peanuts, and need to add sesame to it. So sesame should be half the quantity of peanuts, okay?
So how much
And
peanut?
I have taken 1 bowl of peanuts and half cup of sesame. So
1 cup
if
of,
you are using that measurement, then the quantity of sesame should be half of the peanut.
so right now you're using 1 cup of peanuts and half cup of sesame.
Exactly, yes.
And sesame seeds are also roasted?
Yes, sesame seeds are also roasted on low, medium flame. Once your sesame seeds starts crackling on the pan, that is the time you need to off your gas, okay? Otherwise, it might turn bitter. So you need to be very careful while roasting your sesame seeds. And we don't want this to be really very fine. That is the reason we are pounding it and not grinding it, because we want a little bit of chunky flavor of the peanuts in the mouth while eating, okay? I hope all your noodles have been boiled and you have strained the noodles and then you run it under the cold water, okay? So that your noodles does not stick. Run it under the cold water and so this is how the noodles is if you run it under the cold water. Yeah. So my noodles are also boiled. I keep it aside.
Can you show the
peanut and
noodles
sesame-
again?
Yes, I'll do that. So can you see it? It is not sticking because we had added oil while boiling and now we have just run it under the cold water for some time.
Is it possible for you to move that gas, little bit gas stove aside, or maybe remove the pan?
Yes, I'll do.
Remove that small pan.
Yes, I'll do that. I hope now it is
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So I have added little by little the peanuts, not at once, just because my pesto is small. That is the reason. I added little by little and then pounded it.
I think
Yes,
if you
so
have
it's on-
big stone, mortar and pestle, then it's really good to pound this one.
Yes. So once it is pounded, you can transfer it to a bowl.
Is this for garnishing?
Yes, this is for garnishing. Yes. And then you add, it is little bit chunky more. I will just pound little bit more because lot of chunky I can feel. Like we don't want too much chunky also. We want little bit, but not too much. So I'll just go ahead with pounding it once more.
Wow, it's quite a lot of extensive preparation, it looks like.
Yes, it is. And we had actually prepared all the ingredients beforehand, the chopping and everything. Otherwise, it takes approximately 2 hours to 2.5 hours to cook. If you are cooking it from the start, from the scratching of chopping the vegetables and peeling, and if you don't have any help,
Yeah, I
because
can see
peeling
that.
of garlic, like the onions, everything takes a lot of time. Though it is an easy preparation, but there are not many things what we need to do, and it takes time. Yes, so this is ready now. And we will add half teaspoon of salt to it, yeah?
I see
So
salt
we'll
is
add
being added to each and every preparation. So is that necessary? Just want to check.
this salt. Yeah, that's only a preference. So not really needed because noodles are there, right? So
Okay,
and
noodles
lots
are
of
bland,
which
so
will go, cabbage will go, rice noodles will go. So what will happen then? You do not need to add salt from the top, you know.
okay.
The flavor of the salt will blend all together.
Okay, got it. Yeah, understand.
Okay. So I hope everybody is ready with all the preparation. Now we are ready to plate the noodles in our bowl. Shall we go ahead with it?
Yeah, so Devika and
Devika.
Swati, you guys are cooking together. Are you all ready to?
Can you wait for 5 minutes, please?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
And Swati?
Yeah, I also need 5 more minutes. My noodles are yet to boil actually.
Sure, we'll wait. We'll definitely wait.
Yes. So meanwhile, I will just talk you about this thing what I have already made and kept. This is the same as the onions what we fried here. Okay. That is called the chili peanut garlic. Okay. This is a mixture what I've already prepared in the morning and I've kept. So this is the same fried onions what we fried now, and the garlic what we had fried, and peanuts what we pounded it, the peanuts and the sesame. So this mixture you can make it and store it in an airtight container for approximately over a month, and you can add to any of your food. It gives a nice flavor. So I've just made it and kept it in the morning.
So this is what? Fried
So if you
onions.
wish, yeah, so fried onions, garlic has gone into it, fried garlic, fried onions, and the sesame and the peanut what we pounded, and the red chili powder and salt.
And it lasts for how long?
So it will last for at least a month if you store it in an airtight container and store it in the fridge.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
So yeah, so it is quick. So when you're frying this onions, you need to make sure that the water content of the onions is, you need to dry the onions and then fry it so that it remains crispy and it is not soggy. That's the only difference.
How to
But
dry
if
the onion?
You can just cut the onions and leave it on a tissue paper or something and put how you dry the spices under the sun. You can do that.
For about how many hours?
Maybe 2 hours is enough.
Okay. Just the water content is gone, then fry it.
We are storing it. That is the reason we are taking out the water content, basically.
Even for
But
the
if we are
garlic?
using immediate, sorry?
Even for the garlic, we do the same?
Yes, even for the garlic, we do the same. Yes.
And this same
Okay.
what you have made right now, can we use this in other things like vegetables or biryani and all?
Yes, we can use. That is the reason I'm telling that it can be used to enhance any dish, even if you are making, even if you have rice at home, plain rice, and you are running short of curry or vegetables at home. So you can just sprinkle it on top of your rice, add some shredded vegetable like, cabbage and spring onion, a little bit of ghee to it. How you use chutney powder, you can even use this as chutney powder, what you get in South India.
So some sort of Burmese masala, chutney podi, you can say.
Exactly. So just to complete it, so you fry the onions, you fry the garlic, and then you add the red chili powder in the hot garlic and onion only, so that it is blended well. but you do not add salt during that time. If you add salt during that time, it will become soggy. So you need to let it completely cool down and then add salt when it is cold.
Can you repeat
I'm telling you, if you want to store. Okay, so let me repeat it. So fried onions and fried garlic, you need to add red chili powder when it is very hot, you know, but do not add salt at that moment because it will, the onions and garlic will turn soggy. So you need to let it completely cool down, the fried onions, garlic mixture. You need to cool it down and add salt at the last. You can add peanuts and sesame when you are mixing the red chili powder. Not the red chili oil, okay? It is the dried red chili powder.
That's a very good
But
tip.
when you are using this, and when you are using this fresh, like this, what we made it, this is the oil what we have made it. The flavor will be same, you know, what ingredients, what we have used in this. We are using the same ingredients just now while plating it. This is just an extra tip that I shared with you in case if you want to store, you know.
Can you, 1 second, can you hold, 1 second, don't close it. Can you hold this box and the chili oil both together? Chili oil, yeah.
Yes, I'll do that.
Show on the screen. In the center, come little bit down. Both together in
Just
the
a minute.
hand. Show.
Yes, I'll do that. Just a minute. Yes.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Devika and Swati, I hope your noodles have been cooked by now, so that we can go ahead with plating our noodles. Shall we?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, give me
Yeah, I'm done.
2 minutes. Everything here.
Okay,
I
so
will
all the
just keep
preps are
what
ready.
is. Yeah,
Now
so
the
I will
exciting
just
part.
keep. If you have any questions, I can take up the questions in between.
Can I see the whole tray first before you start plating it?
Yes, I'll do that. I am actually trying to do that. I'll just pour my curry into a jug, okay, so that it is easy for me to pour it. And make sure if your curry has cooled down, please boil it again because the curry needs to be really hot.
Quite an exciting Sunday dinner, guys.
I hope everything is visible on the screen. Yes? So this is the condiments what we will be using. If you have left, I will just repeat. This is the curry what we have made. Okay? This is the boiled noodles. This is the fried onions. This is the chili garlic oil. This is the peanut and sesame mixture, what we pounded and we made it. This is the chopped spring onions, fried flax noodles. This is the vegetables, what we steamed. And this is the shredded cabbage. Okay. And here I have,
1 second, 1
you know,
second.
you just serve.
Can I take a picture? Can you remove hands? You remove hands. 1
Yes.
second. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so, and in a tray when you are serving to your guest or anybody, your family members on the table, what you can have is the lemon juice. Yeah, we want a little bit tangy flavor. So if the tamarind is not enough to make your soup tangy, you just add the lemon juice on the tray, little bit of spring onions. I have kept the chili peanut oil, the chili peanut mixture what I made, and little bit chili flakes for the people who like spicy food. But I don't prefer it. I have just kept it on my plate. And now I'm going ahead. Yes, that's for spicy people. So now I'm going ahead. I'm just, first you need to put noodles in your bowl. So I think so this much noodles would be more than sufficient for first serving because a lot of things go inside. So be watchful about it, okay? And after adding the noodles, I'm adding gravy to it. The coconut gravy what we made, okay? And you should add a gravy in such a way that the noodles are soaked in the gravy. Some people who prefer too much gravy can add gravy later on. That's not a problem. Yes. And then we add the vegetables, the steamed vegetables. Just spread it across. As I told you, you can add vegetables of your choice before. You can add mushrooms, you can add zucchini, you can add broccoli. Some people even add tofu to make it healthy, okay? So I've added vegetables to it. And now I'm adding shredded cabbage to it, okay? So I'm adding a little bit of shredded cabbage. And then I'm adding the peanut and sesame mixture. Then you add fried onions to it. Okay. And then you add spring onions to it. Okay. And then you add the rice noodles, what we tried. You can just crush it a little bit and then spread it over, you know. And then you mix your chili garlic oil. Before adding the chili garlic oil, maybe you can just add little bit, 2-3 drops of lemon to it. Yeah. And then you can add your chili garlic oil. So this also you add according to the flavor what you want, right? So we add a little bit of garlic so that, you know, garlic flavor is there. And I'm adding a little bit of this also. Okay. So here is the khause ready. And now it is ready to be served. You need to now mix it and then add the toppings according to your taste. You know, if you want a little bit after mixing, you realize that the salt or the
Oh,
tangy.
1 second. Can you just show on the screen?
Yeah, I just add a little bit and then, yes. Yeah.
Hold it. Yeah, hold it with both hands. With both the hands. Done. Thank you.
Yes. So I'll just go ahead with mixing it. So
That looks quite yum. I would like to see Devika's and Swati's also.
So guys, now you need to keep, after mixing, you know, you need to place this on your table. The chili garlic mixture, the lemon, and a little bit of spring onions. So if the salt is less, your chili garlic oil will help it to balance it, okay? If the tanginess flavor you feel, you know, you according to your taste bud, you want more, you can go ahead with adding more of lemon. So it is all on your taste bud what you prefer. If you think that the curry is less, you can keep adding the curry while eating also. You can keep it on the table and keep adding your curry also to the paste. So I'll just go ahead with tasting it. How does it taste like?
Oh,
Nice. So I'll add a little bit of lemon and a little bit of chili. Yes. If you think that too much chili garlic oil and the salt is less, what you can do is you can even sprinkle the salt from the top, okay? And it has come out pretty good according to the taste what we prepare at home and what we usually eat at home. So yes, this is all about Khause. I hope you all enjoy, because Bangalore weather is perfect. Today's weather is perfect for this dish. So thank you everyone for joining, and thank you Richard for supporting. Thank you everybody.
thank you so much, Pooja. It was a wonderful session, and I think you did it. And the best part is we could finish it just in time. So I'm very, very proud of this. And it looks amazing. And I'm just thinking how to taste. I don't know. So I also have same good Bangalore weather, but I don't have house in front of me. On the screen it is there, but I can't taste it. So I'm feeling bad about that. But I would like to see Devika's and Swati's if you guys want to show. Otherwise, you can share the picture.
Yeah,
Or
sure. I'll share it. 1 second.
how did you like it? You enjoyed making it, Devika?
I enjoyed it a lot. So
Wow,
it
this looks, wait, just let me click a picture. That looks quite interesting.
Amazing.
Okay, I will take the picture.
Show it again. The video, just show me the video, yeah.
Devika, this looks amazing.
Wow, Devika, aren't you proud of it?
Thank you so much.
I'm sure it will taste amazing too.
Devika,
I hope so.
the salt, the chili, the lemon according to your taste, you know, that is how it is actually served.
Swati, do you want to show now or
I
later?
share the pictures. Actually, my family has already started relishing it. So it has come out very well. Thank you so much. I'll share the pictures soon. I've clicked them.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Swati.
much, Pooja. Yeah.
Milind, I hope you could understand or made, or we will be sharing the video with you guys.
Yeah. Thank
And
you so much.
yeah, we'll be ending the session now. Thank you everyone for joining. See you next time. Same place, same time, Sunday, 4:30 p.m. with another recipe.
Sure.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye. Enjoy.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
lovely week.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.